If you've been scrolling through endless specs, watching YouTube after effects of glare, and still can't decide whether an outdoor TV is worth the investment, this review is going to clear that up for you. Most of the time I hear people say, "I love the idea of a screen on the patio, but I'm scared it'll melt in the sun or get ruined by rain." That hesitation is real. There are a lot of cheap look options that promise weatherproof and then fail the first summer thunderstorm. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's walk through exactly what makes the SYLVOX 55-inch outdoor TV stand out, who will actually get value out of it, and where the trade-offs hide. First, think about the environment you're planning to use the TV in. Outdoor entertainment isn't just about throwing a regular indoor set onto a deck. You need to handle direct sunlight, occasional rain, dust, and the occasional curious squirrel. Most indoor panels have a brightness of around 300 to 500 nits, which looks great in a dim living room but gets washed out the moment the sun peeks over the balcony. The SYLVOX model pushes that up to 1000 nits, a level you normally only see on commercial signage. In practical terms, that means you can watch a sports game at 10 a.m. on a patio that gets a few hours of sun without the picture turning into a pastel mess. I tested that claim by setting it up on a deck that faces east, where morning light hits the screen directly for about an hour. The image stayed crisp, colors stayed saturated, and the anti-glare coating prevented the typical mirror effect you get with lower brightness panels. The next big concern is durability. The unit is rated IP56, which tells you it can handle water jets and dust ingress without compromising the electronics. That's not a fancy marketing buzzword. It translates to the TV surviving a sudden downpour, a garden hose cleaning session, or even the occasional splash from a poolside bar. The all-metal body reinforces that promise. There's no plastic chassis that can warp under heat. In real-world usage, the metal shell stays cool to the touch even after hours of operation under bright sun, which is a subtle but important safety detail if you have kids or pets around. Now, let's talk about the smart side. SYLVOX bundles Google TV directly into the set, so you get the familiar Android interface, built-in Chromecast, and voice control via Google Assistant. For a backyard movie night, you can simply say, "Hey Google, play The Greatest Showman on Netflix," and the TV pulls up the app, logs you in, if you've set that up beforehand, and starts streaming. There's no need for an extra streaming stick or a separate soundbar to get voice commands, though you'll probably want a dedicated speaker if you plan on large group gatherings, because the built-in Dolby audio, while clear for dialogue, isn't a substitute for a full surround setup. Who should actually buy this? If you own a deck, patio, or pergola that gets partial sun, say, morning or late afternoon light, and you enjoy regular movie nights, live sports watch parties, or even using the screen as a digital menu board for an outdoor CAF, this TV hits the sweet spot. The price point is higher than a typical indoor set of the same size, but you're paying for the weatherproofing, brightness, and the fact that you won't have to replace the unit every season. Homeowners who have already invested in a covered patio or an awning will find the SYLVOX TV integrates seamlessly. The frameless design blends into the architecture, giving a sleek look without the bulky bezel that can catch rain. On the flip side, if you live in a region that experiences full-day, direct sun for most of the summer, you might still need to add a shade sail or a retractable awning to keep the screen from heating up too much. The IP56 rating protects against water and dust, but it isn't a shield against constant, intense solar exposure. Also, the unit doesn't come with an internal battery or solar panel, so you'll need a stable outdoor-rated power outlet. That's a small logistical step, but one that can be a deal-breaker for renters or people who can't run new wiring. A practical weakness that shows up after the initial excitement is the mounting system. The TV is designed for wall mounting with a visa pattern, but the metal frame is heavy, roughly 70 pounds. A standard patio wall may not be able to support that weight without reinforcement. In a few forums I checked, owners mentioned hiring a professional to install.